Good afternoon, YouTubers. So last week I posted a little video because I had problems with my 2021 BMW R1250RT in that I had an engine fault, and the bike's only 2.5 months old. At the time of the fault, it had done 1,000 miles. It's now done 2,000. That I called in at North Oxford BMW. They'd advised me it was the exhaust flap and it was okay to ride. So I did ride it, and I got back to Scotland, and one of my subscribers on my channel sent me a message in response to the video that I posted, giving me the address of BMW Motorrad Managing Director Marcus Shrum. And so I emailed her Shrum on Sunday outlining the complaints that I had about my bike, but also balancing out what I thought that the bike was brilliant. I really like it. And that has galvanised some action, I have to say, and praise be to BMW Motorrad. I was contacted by Harry Fairbairn and Inverness. Bike went in today, and I got a new exhaust. And I have some a conference call next week with some clever guys in BMW to start to sort out the problems I have with connectivity. So hallelujah. It turns out though that this exhaust flap is a common fault, and in posting the video I've had a lot of responses from people who have themselves had that problem. It's prevalent across all boxer engines that BMW have. So if you've got a GS, an RS, an RT, it's a 9T, there's a chance you're going to have this. And it's been common for quite a few years as well. So I've had feedback from people who've got the standard 1200 bike, 1250 bikes, GSs, GSAs, all sorts of things, saying they too have this problem. And the worst example I have is a guy who has a GSA who's had three of these. So it's 3 complete exhaust systems, and he is currently stuck in Spain. So this exhaust flap sits inside the exhaust. When you turn the bike off, the flap closes. When you turn the bike on, the flap opens. So to ride the bike, the flap has to be open. So I got lucky in the fault that I got was the flap was open so I could ride the bike. If the fault comes with the flap closed, then you can't ride the bike, which is the problem for the guy who's in Spain. The flap is closed, he can't ride the bike. He's got to get to some Motorrad shop in Madrid, and then from that they're going to try and fix it. He'll get from there, but he has to wait for an exhaust part to come in. So it appears that this flap opens and closes. It's a mechanical bit. It needs some lubrication, but in the manufacture there is no lubrication in the flap. So my one, which was 2 months old, jammed open and was solid, so I was told. In the production process, there is no part of that process where when the flap is fitted, they grease it, oil it, or do something with it to make sure it can remain free. So the problem remains. So BMW have made a decision. Even though this is a common problem and they know about it, and it causes the dealers quite a lot of embarrassment, they have decided not to fix it. What they've decided is to let it go wrong and then fix customers' bikes as it happens, which is great for them. Clearly the cost of working out a solution is greater than the cost of fixing individual bikes, even though it's a lot of bikes. So BMW don't mind inconveniencing their customers so they keep the revenue up. So in my case, to go to Harry Fairbairn in Inverness, it's a half day. It's an over an hour ride there, the time I spend for to fix it, then an hour's plus ride back. And the problem we got is that while individual customers complain, BMW fix it, unless we get a collective complaining, BMW won't do anything about it. So here's my ask. My ask is for you to share this. I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to post it on to Facebook. And I'm going to ask you, if there's only ever time I've ever done this, is ask you to share this as many times as possible. Because only when there's a collection of customers or potential customers complaining about this will BMW do something about it. At the moment, they really don't care enough. They would rather inconvenience me, you as the customer, than actually do something about this. And when you've got something that's so bad that someone has 3 faults, 3 new exhausts, and he's okay, it's under warranty. What if you're not under warranty? What if you've got a bike that's 2-3 years old? I met a guy today who had a GSA, was in for the same fault, also has a 9T, has had the same fault. 2 bikes, 1 owner, same fault. BMW have no incentive at all to fix this unless everybody who owns a BMW or who wants to own a BMW or has owned a BMW and cares about this shares this video, gets it out there and gets it known. There are a whole community of people right now who own these bikes who are trying to get BMW to take action. They're on forums, they're on Facebook. Everyone's emailing this guy, Marcus Schrum, now. His inbox must be full of complaints. So what we're trying to do is get BMW to sit up and take notice that they cannot treat customers this way. This is contempt for the customer. It is not acceptable for a premium brand such as BMW to have their customers inconvenienced because it's easier for them. And I want them to get this message loud and clear and stop it. So if you can help by sharing the video amongst all your friends, all your biker friends, everything. Hopefully we can get this to go viral, and hopefully BMW will take notice. And if you're in the motorcycle press, for goodness sake, start looking after the riders and stop protecting the manufacturers, because all you're doing is making the problem worse. What is the point of testing bikes and saying they're wonderful when in fact there's a known repeating fault? And despite the fact we have BMW have re-engineered their engine and built it, they haven't engineered it out. They do that because it's easier for them to inconvenience you and me rather than sort it out themselves. So whether you're in the motorcycle press, friend, please share this. Let's get BMW to take notice. Thank you for your time.